Hello Sagittarius and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a reading for mid-January 2023, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future. As you can see, I've already gone ahead and pulled the oracle cards and clarified those. I have the overall energy for the reading we'll go through in a second. I have tarot, which we'll dive into, and then the decks that I'll be using in my extended. Any information on my extended reading or on any personal reading is in the description box below. I like this reading, Sagittarius. I can already tell. All right, in your recent past, you have know your worth with the Lovers here. Something in your past was put there to get you to see what it is that you deserve, to see your worth, to see your value. My guess is it was something pretty painful. We'll see whenever we dive in. But whatever it was, it is pushing you to step into your power. Your overall energy for this reading is power and truth. Now, I really like this kind of energy because, your power is in your truth. Your power is in the truth that we're all kind of in search of. But the current energy that you're in, you have keep your heart open with the Ace of Swords in reverse. This to me is not seeing the truth. And right now, I feel like you've kind of closed yourself off because in some way, shape, or form, you're not seeing the clarity as to why something had to happen for you. Now, that's just kind of the energy you're in. It doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. It just means that that's the period that you're in. In your immediate future, this actually kind of made me laugh because you had lighten up, and then on the bottom of the deck was relax. And then you have this Page of Swords energy here. So I actually took both of those because I thought that was funny because obviously it's saying chill out a little bit. Because what your immediate future is, with this Page of Swords here, is it's returning to this energy of like, excitement, enthusiastic about life, like being excited about your future and about what's to come. And I feel like because of whatever this was that you've been dealing with, you've kind of been lost in like a gray cloud in a way, where it just feels like things haven't been. It's been hard for you to be like happy almost. Maybe not that you're an unhappy person. That's not what I'm saying, but just genuinely feeling like you're happy with your circumstances. All right. Let's dive in here. Recent past for Sagittarius. And please excuse me, I'm still getting over a cold, so you might hear me cough during this reading. All right, recent past for Sagittarius, clarifying know your worth with the Lovers. Ooh. Okay. So there is something from your past. It is. I mean, there it is right there. Six of Cups, Devil in reverse, Four of Wands in reverse. Something from your past that you were meant to become attached to. Because detaching yourself from that thing the point of it was to teach you what it is you deserve. So this is like, I'm thinking like trauma bond type of thing, like where you feel like you were in a situation where you weren't treated the best or you didn't feel the best about a relationship, but you stayed in it because it felt like it was, the best thing for you at the time, whatever the case is. This isn't even just about love. But there was something from your past that you were attached to. And the reason you were attached to it is because you were looking for it to fulfill you in a certain way. You were looking for it to make you feel worthy and lovable. Now, that is the whole point of learning how to detach ourselves from attachments, is learning that whatever we're attached to, we can find within ourselves. We can fulfill ourselves with. But this attachment, it created an unstable foundation for you to build on because it wasn't actually meant for you. It was meant to teach you a lesson. Now, that doesn't mean that it can't be meant for you in the future. It doesn't mean that that thing can't grow and heal too. The end of the day, the whole point of your situation in your past was for you to detach from it. And I feel like that's why, I feel like you've done a lot of work on trying to detach from this thing because you do have the Devil in reverse in your recent past. And I feel like the point that you're missing is stepping back into your power, because you definitely fell out of your power due to something. And I feel like now you're in an energy of stepping back into your power. But in order to step into your power, you have to see the truth of why something had to happen. You have to see the truth of what something was trying to teach you. Recent past for Sagittarius. It's funny because I just saw that on the bottom of the deck. Nine of Cups in reverse with the High Priestess. Give me a second. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Okay. This has a lot to do, and this is kind of one of those hard truths that I feel like I have to deliver sometimes. So don't be mad at me, and please understand this is still going to be an optimistic reading. But there was a level of you in your past that tended to dwell on the negative, because this is a negative mindset here. And then this 10 of Pentacles in reverse is lack of gratitude for what's currently in your life. Your intuition was trying to guide you to focus on the good as opposed to the lack. This is actually kind of similar to how Aries reading started off too. Because the more that you focus on what you don't yet have, the more that you will continue to see yourself in your life from a place of lack. The more that you can be grateful for what you have in your life, the more that, sorry, I have hiccups too, the more that you can, you'll experience more things to be grateful for. But that is a learning process. I mean, that's the whole concept of fulfillment, is being so happy with where your life currently is and so excited for what's to come next, but you're not looking for what's to come next to make you feel good about your life, because you already feel good about your life. And so all of that to say, your recent past, whatever, because this to me is like the lesson, how you're kind of learning it, and then how, to kind of handle it in your future. The lesson within itself is about your mindset. And because that 4 of Wands in reverse that we saw, that mindset to me, the way that I read that is the mindset was unstable, meaning not that you're an unstable person or that you have an unstable mindset. That's not what I'm saying. But you were trying to build on a level of instability, meaning you were looking for some sort of a circumstance to make you feel a certain way about yourself that you needed to feel about yourself. So losing that thing, it was super, super painful, because it was almost like you were losing a way that you were looking for something to fulfill you. Like you were losing a certain level of your fulfillment because you were looking at that thing to fulfill you. But that thing wasn't actually fulfilling you. It was making you feel comfortable. And happiness doesn't live in our comfort zone. But that 10 of Pentacles in reverse here is almost like this was all pushing you to see that first and foremost, you don't need anything to make yourself feel worthy. You do not need a person, a place, or a thing to make yourself feel like you are worthy of love and worthy of good things. That is your job only. Nothing else can make you feel that way. Now, once you feel that way about yourself, you will find that your relationships with other people will then reflect that back at you. Your circumstances reflect back at you how you feel about yourself. It's not the other way around. All right, recent past for Sagittarius. So recent past, we were dealing with some kind of a negative mindset and some attachment. And then you have the King of Swords with the Two of Cups. All right. This whole lesson here is to teach you that, because this King of Swords and the Two of Cups to me, this King of Swords in general is an energy of being so sure of yourself and so sure of what is coming for you in your future that you're already grateful for it before it arrives. And that here is what creates this Two of Cups within you. It creates this balance within you where you say, I both am fulfilled within me, and that fulfillment is now being reflected back at me. But it's because it's that idea of being your own best partner first. If we talk about a twin flame journey, the whole concept of a twin flame journey is to make sure, the reason that separation between that person hurts so bad is because it's because you're looking for that person to be what you are supposed to be for yourself. And so whenever a twin flame separation does take place, that pain that you feel, it does awaken you, because it awakens you to the idea that there's more to life, first and foremost, but second of all, that fulfillment that you're searching for in your external environment is never actually going to make you happy, because it's not sustainable. Because looking for fulfillment in external situations will never fulfill you for the long term. It can fulfill you short term, but that will eventually die off. Those things will fall apart, because nothing that you're searching for fulfillment in will ever be sustainable long term. Now, your recent past was a big lesson in that. And I feel like you're still kind of dealing with that lesson. And right now you've kind of closed yourself off to the world and to the possibilities, because it's hard for you to see the truth of why something had to happen. Because I feel like there's a certain level of you that's kind of looking at it from and of course you are, because it obviously is very, very painful, but there's a level of you that's looking at it from a lens of, that happened to me, and it didn't actually have a benefit for me, when in reality what has happened to you in this separation and this whatever it was that you went through was to happen to get you to see your worth, so then that could then be reflected back at you, which would be a sustainable fulfillment. Now you have truth and power. Your power is going to be found in that truth, and in your current energy I feel like you're learning that. Current energy for Sagittarius. If you're new to my channel, my readings can be a little bit intense. I do try to read a little bit deeper than just, circumstances. I try to dive into subconscious and see where your blocks are, so that you can, find and attract the life that you are ultimately suited for. All right, current energy here for Sagittarius. Clarifying, keep your heart open with the Ace of Swords in reverse. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Okay. Gosh, this is very much like Aries. You have the Artist with the Eight of Cups in reverse and the Knight of Swords in reverse. There is here a refusal to walk away from a certain something, a certain mindset, a certain way of thinking. I'm not quite sure, a certain person, maybe. This Artist card is one of the 2 additional major arcanas that this deck has, and I really like it because it's like, you can see he's like creating his life, in the sky, in the heavens, in the 5D, and then that then is trickling down into the 3D. And then this card here for the Eight of Cups in reverse, to me, yes, it's not that you're refusing in the sense that you're saying, I refuse to walk away from this. It's you're having a hard time doing it. Right now, you're in a renewal period. You have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Things in your life are probably feel like they're at a pause. It feels like things aren't really progressing, maybe, or it feels like stagnancy, right? The reason for that is there is still a level of learning from your past that needs to be done in order for you to move forward. And so if you feel stuck right now, that's okay. Give yourself the grace to feel stuck right now, because you're supposed to feel stuck right now, because what you're going through right now is teaching you what you need to put yourself in where you want to be in the future. This whole reading is about you stepping back into your power. And I like it because it's, stepping into our power. A lot of people think it's an ego thing where you say, it's, oh, I'm walking out and all of a sudden I'm going to look so good tonight. I'm going to look hot and everyone's going to be jealous of me. That's not your power. Your power is your mindset. Your power is how you approach your life. And this King of Swords certainty, this is what you're looking for right now, is the ability to say, I deserve so many good things in my life. I deserve love. I deserve financial abundance. I deserve reciprocal love. First and foremost, I deserve to be loved like I love. I deserve to make sure that the energy I'm putting into my career comes back to me in terms of monetary value and appreciation and excitement for my passions. I deserve to feel abundant in all ways of life. That level of saying that you deserve those things, so much so you believe you deserve those things, so much so that you are already grateful for the fact that you have them, even though they haven't appeared into your life yet. That is how you create the life that you're searching for. You don't search for that life in external things. You can't create your perfect 3D world in the 3D. You have to create it in the 5D in order for that to kind of trickle down. And so in your current energy, there's a need to walk away from a certain mindset. And I feel like what that mindset is that anything in this world is going to make you feel the way that you can make yourself feel. Nothing here is going to fulfill you the way that you can fulfill yourself. And I know that that's a sucky truth, because it feels scary, because at the end of the day, you're all you got, and it's not that. I'm not saying that you can't have other people to support you and that other people aren't there to support you, but they're all they got too, at the end of the day. And so what I'm getting at here is that you've got to focus on trying to find this level of fulfillment within yourself that you're looking for in your external world. And keep your heart open about the opportunities that are to come, because it's almost like, let me keep pulling cards really quick before I keep babbling. That's another thing you should know about my readings, is I babble a lot. Current energy for Sagittarius. I feel it's certainly channeled babbling, but it's babbling nonetheless. Current energy for Sagittarius. That's too many. Clear, concise messages for Sagittarius's current energy. Clear, concise messages for Sagittarius's current energy. There it is. The Nine of Pentacles with the Four of Wands in reverse. You can't have what you want building on this Four of Pentacles. Four of Wands in reverse. You can't have what you want building on your current mindset, because right now you are still in this energy. In your recent past, you are still like, it's not that you don't know what you're worth on a conscious level. I feel like you've done a lot of soul searching and you really have, stepped into really trying to grasp what it is you're worth, choosing yourself. But that belief system hasn't yet become a habit. You'll hear me talk about this on my channel, probably in every single reading, but 95% of our movements, choices, and decisions are subconscious. Only 5% of what we do, how we feel, what we believe, and the actions and choices and decisions we make is conscious. So, a whole aspect of a spiritual journey is using that 5% to control the 95% that we don't really have conscious control over. And the way that we do that is habit building. We, think something over and over again. We do certain actions over and over again until that becomes our habits, until that's our subconscious. Because right now, if you don't actively try to train your subconscious is just going to be a product of your environment. You're going to believe certain things about yourself and the world around you because that's what you've experienced. Well, that within itself is going to keep you from being able to manifest what you want, because as much as you're trying to say, I deserve, I deserve, I deserve, there's a part of you that's saying, no, you don't. And that 95% is this. This is what your focus needs to be. It needs to be on retraining yourself to believe where you're going is where you want to be, and not, it's almost like right now you're aligned with where you've been and you need to align yourself with where you want to go. And that's not, it's not consciously something that you've done. You haven't consciously, tried to hold yourself back. It literally is that part of you that you cannot consciously control. And that's why this healing journey, it takes so much time and it's so painful, is because you have to dig deep. You have to dig into the stuff that you need to bring to the surface from that 95%. Whew, a lot of talking. Current energy for Sagittarius. Okay, current energy for Sagittarius. The Queen of Cups in reverse with the Six of Swords. The more that you allow your emotions to control you, the more that you will continue to feel stuck. Because here's the thing, your emotions aren't telling you a truth. Your emotions are feedback into what hasn't been healed or what needs to be healed or what's being triggered. So for instance, if you look at your life right now, and this, I'm not saying this is the exact situation that's taking place, this is just the energy, but if you look at your life right now and you're really wanting a healthy, stable, loving relationship, and you look around and you say, there's nobody, I see no prospects, I see no potential, I don't really go out that much, I don't really meet people, I'm never going to be able to find the love that I want. So you start to feel discouraged, you start to feel lonely, and then you start to look back at your past and you say, okay, what from my past do I need to attract into my current energy? I just got scared for a second that wasn't on for some reason. What from my past what from my past could make me, could potentially be my future. And what you're missing is the idea that your life can change at any moment. I did not know my current significant other, who is hands down the absolute love of my life. I did not meet him or know he existed until completely out of the blue one day. His mom messaged my mom on Facebook and got us together. And it happened completely out of the blue. I mean, I looked around at my life. I had just gotten out of a situationship with someone, and I had just kind of reclaimed my value and said, I'm never going back there. I'm going to stop repeating these habits. And he appeared in my life out of nowhere. And I mentioned that to say that the universe will give you what you deserve without you having to do anything in this 3D world other than what you feel is necessary. How do I say that in a better way? Because it's not about your control. It's your actions. If your intentions are aligned, your actions will get you there. Everything that you do, every step you take will get you there, as long as your intentions are aligned. That's essentially what I'm trying to say. So this message is about not allowing your emotions to become a truth. If you look around and you feel like you don't have any prospects for, the relationship that you're looking for, don't think that means that you're so far that you're never going to find the relationship that you're looking for, because that's not the truth. The truth is that the universe has your back and will provide everything that you want and need in divine timing. And that is the truth that you're missing. That's why you have keep your heart open with the Ace of Swords in reverse, is because it's saying, right now, you're focused on this 3D world. You can only see your immediate experiences. You have no idea what the possibilities are. The universe does. And so the universe is saying, hey, you focus on your healing, you focus on that 95%, and I'll take care of the rest. And that is the biggest lesson in here, because that's your power. Your power is in that truth. The fact that You have very little control over your circumstances, but you control your circumstances by controlling your inner environment. Your inner environment reflects your external environment, and that is how you create your world. You don't create your world in the 3D, you create it within you first, and then you're able to create it in the 3D. But the more that you allow your emotions to control you, the more that you will find yourself feeling stuck. And so that's why your current energy is, yep, there it is, the Hierophant. This is about perspective. You've got to shift your perspective. Look at the bigger picture. Look at look at the fact that you don't know what's possible for you, but you can have the faith in knowing that as long as your intentions are aligned. I feel like I have to keep saying that. As long as you have aligned intentions, meaning you're trying to do the best for yourself and others, you're trying to, to align with your spiritual path, you're trying to grow, you're trying to heal. If your intentions are aligned, you are already there. You're already getting there. It's just putting one foot in front of the other. That's the truth. That's your power. Whew, this is an intense one. Immediate future here for Sagittarius. These fire sign readings have been my favorite readings I've done all week. Immediate future for Sagittarius. So in your immediate future, you have lighten up and relax. And I like that because I feel like this is you returning to like childlike energy. Not in the sense that you're like childish or acting like a child, but like the excitement for what's to come for you. Because I feel like you've been so like down on yourself for either not having what you want yet, or because you lost something in your past, or because you feel like it's just not happening for you. And I feel like this shift in your energy right now, this shift in your truth, keep trying to open your heart, trying to see things, trying to see through the illusion and allowing yourself to have that faith. That's when you're able to return to that excitement for life. You start seeing the joy in the little things, and you don't need the big extravagant events in your life in order to feel happy. Life isn't like this as much anymore. It's not, there aren't as many high highs, but there aren't as many low lows. Life is a little bit more like this, meaning of course there are still lows, but they don't, take you to the bottom. And then those highs, they're more consistent, but they're not as extreme. And that is peace. That is fulfillment. Okay, immediate future here for Sagittarius. Okay. Ooh, I like that fell out because I like that. Okay, you'll hear me say this every single time this card comes out on my channel. This is my favorite card in tarot. This is the Eight of Swords in reverse. The reason I like this card so much is because this Eight of Swords, this is you being trapped within your own mind. This is you being trapped within the 95, with certain aspects of the 95% that are limited beliefs. So the reason I like this card so much, and this card was actually on my first vision board, was because it releases you from the limiting beliefs that you have that keep you from being able to manifest. That 95%, it manifests into your reality. So if you're saying I deserve it, and your 95% is saying no you don't, that no you don't is conflicting with that 5% of you saying yes I do. And so this Five of Swords here, now, I will say the more that you say, I deserve it, and you act on that mindset, the more that will then become part of your 95%. But that's this. That's how you get here. And that takes time. If you could train your subconscious overnight to just say, hey, I believe I deserve everything that I want and need in this world, and it's going to come to me with ease. And then you could just move through your days without any fear of what's to come. Life would be easy. But you have to train yourself to get there. And so this Well in reverse, this is another card of another one of the extra major arcanas in this deck. This talks about not like learning to the process of allowing, right? And this to me is the card of just not allowing the universe to do its thing, and focusing so much on what you think you want that you forget that the universe is constantly bringing you towards what you want. Because this Five of Swords in reverse, this is the idea that the universe doesn't have your back. And so your immediate future is almost like learning to, lighten up and just allow the universe to do its thing, because that is how you enjoy your life for what it currently is, while being on the path to where you're going. That's that Page of Swords energy. That's that childlike curiosity and excitement about your life while still being happy with where you're at. The more that you look forward, the more in each and every moment, if you're always looking forward to the next moment, you're never going to find yourself fulfilled, because you're always going to be looking for the next thing to fulfill you. The more that you can stay in this moment, you can be grateful for where your life is at now while being excited for what's to come. That's where fulfillment lies. Now, it takes a lot of healing and a lot of spiritual practice to get to that point. So if you're in a place right now where you're not yet there, that's okay, because people spend lifetimes trying to get themselves there. So this is just more of this process of learning and knowing that your inner world, your inner environment is the only thing that's going to get you there. Immediate future for Aries. Immediate future for Sagittarius. I was just about to say this felt a lot like the Aries reading, so sorry about that. Immediate future for Sagittarius. I promise these cards are all shuffled to Sag energy. Yeah, okay, so take this time, 8 of Wands in reverse with a star card. Take this time, there's the well. Take this period in your life where it feels like things aren't happening for you, where it feels like you're not progressing, where it feels like you're stuck. Take it and use it to your advantage, because what it's doing is it's giving you the time to heal. It's giving you the time to heal and the ability to allow things to flow in your life. Life is about being able to go with the flow, to allow the ups and downs to come without fear of the next down, because you know that you're going to handle it. One of my favorite little memes that I found within the last year was just like a split image. It was like what I used to think stability looked like. And it was like this girl standing. It was like sun was shining. It was a beautiful background. And it was like everything is okay. And then it was like what I've learned stability actually looks like. And it was like a cloudy sky. There was rain. And the girl was standing there going, everything is okay. And that is what stability is it's knowing that even when there are clouds, even when you're on the downside of life, that things are still going to be okay. But again, it takes a lot of healing and spiritual practice to get there. Trust me. But know that you're on your way. But you're in your immediate future. I do feel like there's a need to kind of like allow yourself to lighten up a little bit. I mean, you had lighten up and relax. So that's definitely a necessary energy for you to tap into a little bit, is understand that it doesn't have to be so, life doesn't have to be so intense. It doesn't have to be so serious. It can be fun and exciting, and the journey to getting, just because you're not where you want to be yet, that doesn't mean that it's like that. There's that saying that's kind of floating around the internet that says, you can't wait for life to not be hard anymore to be happy. Because if you're constantly waiting to be happy, you're never going to be happy. Happiness exists in the present moment. That's what attracts more happiness. This is a deep reading. Immediate future for Sagittarius. Immediate future for Sagittarius. The 9 of Swords with the 7 of Swords in reverse. This is interesting because these are both reversed. I read those backwards. It's 7 of Swords, 9 of Swords in reverse. Not as interesting. This makes sense. So this is what it's saying, is your immediate future is talking about there's so much hidden from you. There is so much that you don't know about your life, about your circumstances, your experiences, about where you're headed. So you need to let go of your anxiety about it. Because just because you don't see how something is possible, just because you don't know how you're going to get there, that does not mean you're not going to get there. All that means is that you're not there yet. And you're not there yet because you shouldn't be there yet, because divine timing is at play, because right now is a time for healing and growth and learning and seeing the truth and diving into your past so that you really truly can see your worth. Because once you see your worth, you'll be able to say, I deserve these things, so much so that nothing is going to get in my way. Nothing can get in my way, because your path is meant for you and nothing can stand in the way of your path. All right, Sagittarius, what a good freaking reading. I really like that one. We're going to dive into the extended now. My extendeds are pay what you want /can kind of structure. There's a minimum of 90 cents that I believe. I mean, they make me charge at least 90 cents, and I think it's for transaction fees. But the information for that's into the description box below. We're going to dive into these messages, get a little bit more specific, and then I have an actual advice card to pull from Spirit at the end. Thank you guys so much for the support of my channel. Sagittarius is definitely my biggest audience on this platform. So it's always fun to do your guys' readings. I love interacting with you in the comments. I can't get to everyone, but I do try to respond here and there. So thank you guys so much again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful 2023, and I look forward to seeing you in future readings. All right, bye, Sagittarius.